Hi guys and welcome back. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a gingerbread cheesecake. Let's begin. To get started on the recipe, you'll want to make the base. To make the base, I'm using ginger nut biscuits, but feel free to use digestive biscuits. You'll then want to crush the biscuits down in the best way possible. At this time my food processor had broken, so I was just placing them into the bag and hitting it with a rolling pin until it got to a fine enough consistency. There's some lumps in there, it doesn't really matter. If you've got a food processor, just blitz it down, it'll take like 20 seconds. Transfer the crumbs into a bowl and add butter and just mix the two until they are fully combined. Feel free to do this in a food processor, but just by adding the butter in there and blitzing it, and it will do the same thing. Once you've done that, once you've got your biscuits blitzed and covered in butter, you can then go ahead and transfer that into the base of an 8-inch round cake tin, which has been lined with parchment paper around the base and the sides, and then just level out the base as best as you possibly can. I always find, using a spatula and then a cup measurement works really well, but you do you and what works for you. Then you can go ahead and make the cheesecake filling. To make the cheesecake filling, grab yourself a mixing bowl and place in the following ingredients, which starts with your room temperature cream cheese, your ground spices, your light brown sugar, vanilla extract, flour, eggs, followed by the either double cream, natural yogurt, whatever you can get your hands on, and then just whisk everything together until it's fully combined. You're looking for a thick, but you're not looking for a single trace of any other ingredients, so just keep whisking until it's fully smooth, and it should take on this kind of beige colour, and that's what you're looking for. Once you've achieved that, you can then give the bowl a good scraping down, and this is just to incorporate any bits that may not have been fully worked in from earlier on. So don't forget to get the very top and the bottom of the bowl, as this is normally where it collects for me. Then you can go ahead and transfer that mixture into the tin on top of the base that you prepared earlier on. Then just jiggle it around and level it out as best as you possibly can. And you're just looking to help with the consistency of baking. Place into your preheated oven and bake off. Once your cheesecake is baked and you're ready to go, you can decorate the cheesecake, and I'm just using some fresh cream, but the thing is with fresh cream, you've got 24 hours shelf life on it, so do this just as you want to serve this cheesecake. So into a bowl, place your double cream, vanilla and icing sugar, and then just whisk together until it's fully combined and the mixture is at a stiff peak so it holds its own shape. Transfer it to a piping bag fitted with a nozzle of choice, and then just pipe on top of the cheesecake directly. You can go as high or as low with the piping if you want. I went relatively high, but a cheesecake deserves to have some height to it. And believe me, this is a very rich and indulgent recipe, perfect for Christmas. Gingerbread flavour, you'll be sharing this with your friends and family. I'm using some edible glitter here just because it's Christmas and why not. Then in between each rosette I place a gingerbread biscuit that I made. And then here you go, that's a cheesecake and here's what it looks like. Then you can go ahead and slice it up once it's fully cooled. Don't recommend eating this hot. Cheesecake should only be eaten cold, never warm, that's just disgusting. But here you are, each portion should have cream and a gingerbread biscuit. Here's what it looks like up close. The colour's a little off-putting, but the taste was really good, I can promise you that. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more from me, and I'll be back again soon with another recipe, so join me then. In the meanwhile, don't forget to check out the description. There'll be a link to this recipe, a link to my blog and links to my social medias. But that's all for today, I hope you enjoyed. Bye guys.